I mean, let's just kind of take a look at when I use overlays, because most of this film is there aren't overlays, or even like I'm not taking advantage of the stacks, the different video tracks that I could be using, because there are times where I'm cutting a short film, and I'll cut from one angle to the next angle to the next angle, and I'm just kind of stacking them because I'm not sure. Well, maybe I do want to go back to the other angle I had, so I'm just going to stack them to cut it. And you see that here, like you see I'm cutting, her angle over my shot because it's like, well, maybe this is a continuous shot. That might be unifying two takes, but like that's really one of the few examples in which I have a video overlay that is used as an editing tool. Let's see. This is overlays as an overlay, as a transparent element to back up a shot. Just to show you what that looks like. Let's disable that. So this is just, I felt like these shots were just a little boring, but I did want them to be seen for the pace of the scene, and just because I wanted to establish these lights in this scene right before my character sees this ghost. You can see the lights taking action because they're just an important kind of visual element for when the lights talk. It just kind of gives the voice a body, and I wanted to just kind of establish like that there's kind of a quote unquote source for the voice, something he attributes it to, something he can focus on. And I just wanted to give extra movement to that shot with this just kind of transparent smoke element. And hopefully it's subtle enough to just basically just feel like extra noise in the shot. That's all I want it to feel like. But that is added in post. There's some other elements here. I think there's this bokeh is the post element. Yeah, so I mean that's a totally different feel. This light that becomes visible feels totally different with this bokeh added that kind of unifies it with that footage of the lights. That now feels similar to this shot, and there's a cohesiveness that comes from that comes from the layering that extends, of course, to this shot, because the bokeh is added, as well as, this is a scene where a vision appears. So at the end of a shot, not only are we getting the bokeh, but we're getting this element of the mask coming in. And so that just kind of becomes this vision that comes in. Or is it this element? Yeah, there we go. So that's coming in. Same here, there's some overlays where I have this visual effect shot, and I have just a little bit of smoke that is layered on top. There's some stuff like that with lens flares, of course. It's pretty basic stuff in this film. Basic editing. But like I do use those tricks, but they're not, most of the film doesn't use that. Most of it is just, here's the footage that I got in camera, and that's what's guiding the film. I want it to be a little bit more, I don't know if utilitarian is really the word I want to go for, but in a way about my edit. Make sure that the story can kind of carry itself. And use the edit, to help where I can, of course.